Welcome to Comic Movie 10, where you get insight into everything comic book movies and television related in 10 minutes or less. I'm Joe Kane.
And I'm Dan Kane. No
relation.
Hey, don't forget to subscribe and share and keep up with us at hecklerkane.com.
On today's episode, we're talking about upcoming films in 2018, all comic book movies that we're really excited about.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming out. There's some things that I didn't even realize until we started researching that's coming out, and I'm
Right.
excited about.
Yeah.
What do you want to start with?
We'll start with Venom. We talked about it previously.
Okay.
On another podcast. Tom Hardy is Venom.
Yeah.
Tom Holland rumored to be Spider-Man. Again, one of my favorite villains.
Yeah.
So that's one that I'm definitely looking forward to.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to check it out in the link below, the notes below, and that'll be our episode on Venom. The release date, expected release date is October 5th, 2018.
Yes.
What's next?
Well, one that everyone knows about, everybody's waiting for, Infinity War.
Yeah.
I don't even think we need to go too much into that. All your favorite heroes from the Marvel Universe in one film.
Yeah, I mean, it's a culmination of years and years and years of planning that they've done, since Iron Man came out. And I mean, I guess I feel like almost the Hulk was retroactively put into that series. I don't know if that was part of the original plan.
No, the Hulk, that was Ed Norton playing Hulk. And it was
Yeah.
actually, I think a couple months after Iron Man. Those were the first two.
Yeah, but that whole series is culminating now in these the two movies that they're doing, and Infinity War is the first of the two movies, and that's coming out April 27th this year. Yeah. So we're looking forward to that.
Coming soon.
Yeah. Just keep on going down the list because we're looking into all the movies that we're excited about. We're just so excited we can't get it off of this list. We're like, let's go.
Yeah. One that I'm excited about is the second Deadpool. I think it's called Untitled Deadpool sequel.
Yeah, well,
which is just perfect.
It was so outrageous and such a game changer for making a movie into a rated R movie in that original one.
Right.
That everybody's looking forward to seeing what Ryan Reynolds is going to be doing with this.
Yeah, and just the ridiculousness of him just being self-aware of everything around him. That I'm in a comic.
That's a superpower in itself.
Yeah.
Actually, it's been said the creator of Deadpool said it himself that's part of his superpowers. That's one of his superpowers that he has. Right. Is to be self-aware, and in the comics, and he looks out into the audience because he knows that the audience is what he's looking at. Right. Yeah. Okay. Awkwardness. Yeah. So that's also got Josh Brolin in it, who is playing double duty in two Marvel properties this year. One is Infinity War. He's playing Thanos, and then in Deadpool he's playing Cable. So that'll be cool to see.
Enters into a whole bunch of other stuff that I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Also, I think another movie that might have, I don't want to say gotten forgot about, but I think all the excitement in Infinity War, AntMan Wasp is coming out.
Yeah, I didn't forget about that. You may have forgotten about that one.
Oh, I didn't forget about it, but I love it. I guess it doesn't get talked about as much as Infinity War, understandably so.
Sure.
But Paul Rudd in the first one.
It's the redheaded stepchild of the Marvel universe
at the moment. But Paul Rudd, I love them in the first one.
Yeah.
Just the comedic aspect of that too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, there's many things that happened in the trailer that I'm looking forward to seeing. They had the just the Hello Kitty Pez dispenser that went flying at a guy on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
So that's something that I'm definitely looking forward to seeing.
And Evangeline Lilly's playing the Wasp.
Yeah.
So that's something.
And you got Michael Douglas still coming back for his role.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
The one I want you to actually talk about, which is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Now, we saw this at as a trailer for one of the movies we saw this year, and I was totally floored that this is where they're going with this. They're, for the first time, really in a motion picture, introducing Miles Morales as the main character, the main Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Although this seems to have the Peter Parker and Miles Morales in this, because it is the Spider-Man multiverse.
Right. So that's something I'm definitely looking forward to.
Yeah.
Also, on the heels of Justice League, in December we have the Aquaman movie coming out.
Yeah.
I watched the movie. Jason Momoa was awesome as Aquaman.
Yeah.
And truthfully, Aquaman was never one of my favorite superheroes, but he wound up being one of my favorite characters in that film.
Yeah, he had a lot of good quippy lines, and Jason Momoa just has this certain swagger about him when he gets on screen. So it's fun to see what Jason Momoa is doing with the Aquaman character.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a big X-Men fan.
Okay.
Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix. That was one that had slipped my mind.
Yeah.
That I was totally had forgotten about because you know what? They basically rebooted the whole series and started over with everything again.
Right.
And after Apocalypse, X-Men Apocalypse, I guess there were a lot of negative feelings there after that movie because it didn't necessarily hold up to First Class and some of the other releases that were out there.
Right. Yeah. First Class, as far as that trilogy goes, I think was top notch above the other two, Days of Future Past and but we saw some of that Phoenix aspect at the end of the original trilogy, at the end of X-Men 2, going into the third X-Men movie, and how she gets really, Jean Grey turns and you see this dark side of her, the Phoenix basically taking over.
Yeah, and looking forward to seeing this new Dark Phoenix. It comes out November 2nd in this year, 2018.
Yep, and Jennifer Lawrence is in it as Raven, so you have some of those characters.
We always love Jennifer Lawrence.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And so another one is Death of Superman.
Okay. Well, this is getting into the made for Netflix or made for streaming services that are out there now.
Right.
By DC, and there's a couple of them that we have on this list of things that we are excited to see that are coming out. And this Death of Superman, what happened was a couple years ago, 2007. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think that sounds right.
2007, they made a movie called Superman Doomsday, and it was loosely based on that original comic of the Death of Superman. And what they're doing now is they basically recycled it and gone back in the same way that they went back with like Batman and made Batman Year One and The Dark Knight into those comic book, not live action, cartoon versions.
Yeah.
They're now going back and taking this Death of Superman story and doing it in that dark sort of, macabre way that is more original to the comics.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to that. There's no release date on that yet. It just says late 2018.
Late 2018. And another one, we have a spring release, another cartoon movie, Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay.
Yeah. Now, all right. So here's the thing with this.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay is basically, they haven't given a release date yet, but they're saying spring, and it is spring. So, I don't expect them to all of a sudden go, oh, it's here. They have to do some sort of advertising for it, but this is expected to come. This is expected to be here. I'm hoping that they give you some sort of notice and don't just kill it on Netflix and it's like, it's been there for like 6 months.
Right.
But the original, I guess the first one of the Suicide Squad was Batman Assault on Arkham.
Right. Yeah.
And I had talked about this in a different podcast that we did, not Comic Movie 10.
Right.
When we reviewed the Suicide Squad that came out last year, and it didn't hold up to par for me.
Yeah.
And what I had said is this Batman Year One, Batman Assault on Arkham, rather,
right,
was absolutely outrageous and hit every bullet point that I felt the Suicide Squad movie should have hit.
Right.
So now this is a sequel to that series.
Right.
So looking forward to seeing this 110%. I hope they give us a release date fairly soon.
Yep.
It's something to definitely look forward to.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Any movies that we missed, anything that you know that's coming up, please let us know in the comments.
We love bringing you these episodes, and we need your help to keep them coming.
Please don't forget to share and subscribe, and keep up with us at hecklacane.com.